Hello everyone, we're here at John Grant International Raceway in Moorebank, New South Wales, Australia for the IFMAR Pre-Worlds event. We're in a little bit of a rain delay here in the middle of qualifying. We're just going to go for a little bit of a wander and see if we can catch up with a few PDR drivers. As you can see, the rain is still falling down, drizzling its way down. We're going to bump into here. Hello Timmy, we're just doing a PDR live feed. Just give us a little recap on how qualifying's going for you so far.
Yeah, qualifying's not too bad. GT's going well. I've had I think 2 seconds and a third, so happy with that. Once we put the race tyres on, it made a big difference. Then for 8 scale, had some good runs, but just little tiny driving errors and dropped me back, but it's tight between the three of us up top, so yeah. It's pretty exciting and flat out, sort of have to keep the speed up and the pressure on, yeah.
What's the conditions going to do with a little bit of rain happening? Is that going to force you into a setup change for the GT?
No, the GT, the last one we had a bit of rain beforehand and it was a greasy track. The tyres seemed to warm up pretty decent and I think my car was fast when it was a little bit damp, so kind of if it stays, I'm happy.
And you're a little offside there. Lincoln, how's he going this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
Okay, I'll ask Tim how you're going first. Tim, you tell me how he's going.
Yeah, he's going awesome. He's sticking it to the Infinity boys and trying to get in the mix with them. Yeah, just nailing his runs and nice and consistent. So, yeah, he's going pretty well.
How do you feel you're going?
Good. I'm going alright compared to previous events, so I'm happy with where I am at the moment.
Excellent, good job. We'll keep going. Let's see who else we can run into. Joe, we're just doing a little Facebook Live on PDR's page, mate. Catching up with a few people in this rain delay, but just give us a little recap on how your morning's going.
Oh, it was all right. I think I dodged the bullet in the last race. I stripped the gear and they declared the race off, so I think I had to buy a lottery ticket. But no, it's been good. Good the racing. Good to see such high class with the GT class, with some of the top drivers in Australia racing it. So I think it's great, and looks like it'll be good prep for the Worlds. Hope we get more people from overseas, which I'm sure we will.
Excellent, mate. Good job. Keep it up. Who else can we pick up? Going to jump in here with one of PDR's fast guns. Rick, just a little Facebook Live on PDR's, mate. Get a recap from you on the morning's qualifying.
It's gone pretty poor for me so far. I've had a flame out at the start, and then we sort of had a greasy track, so I had to make up a couple of laps. So it's not the best start for any of the qualifying. Had a DNF, ran out of fuel, didn't make the 7 minutes, and I made the 7 minutes, which was good. I'm right down in 20th at the moment, but we'll I don't know, stay positive, do it the hard way if I have to, come up through the finals and go from there.
And what are you working on at the moment? You can see the whole bunch of parts are disassembled.
Just rebuilding the 2-speed, so just going to clean out the 2-speed, set it up, and then also re-oil the one-way, have it set ready so I can swap them in and out in a rapid pace, I suppose.
Okay, so this is the backup. So you can see there's one in the car. So this is just preparing to have a backup.
Yeah, fresh gears, fresh, just freshen it up a little bit. Go from there.
Very good. All right, we'll keep moving. We'll jump in here. Camshaft, we're going to get a quick chat with you. We're actually going to get Ash to interview. Ash?
Hi.
We can interview your brother.
So, Cameron, how's your Saturday morning been?
Pretty good. Had a good run that one. Just see what else it brings. Hopefully the rain pisses off so we can keep running.
So you feeling good for the next one?
Yeah, should be right. I was ready to go. Now I've got to wait.
About seating? Something about seating, Tony wants to know. We all want to know about the seating. What's going on there?
We'll leave it at that. It was a bit of a shocker. Still trying to get the car right where I wanted it. and then I had a bit of dramas with tyres. I put a diff in backwards, and then I ran back with the tyres, and then they wouldn't let me run the last one. So, but then I just had to take the punt for the first qualifier, and the car was good. So, and then yeah, that's pretty much where it's led off, and hopefully it stays like this for the rest of the weekend. So.
Yeah, the shaft. All right, Steve, your turn. How's your Saturday morning been, mate?
Yeah, it's okay. The car's good. Unfortunately, our first qualifier was in damp conditions under a little bit of drizzle, so it wasn't a real good start to the day of qualifying. Hopefully, qualifying 2 will be a dry track and we can improve from there.
Amazing. Have you got any other questions, Tony? I just got here, so I've got no idea what's going on, but hi, everybody. I'm going to pass you back to Tony.
Thanks, Ash. That's like throwing her in the deep end with no notice. And just to recap on Cameron's issue, because it's a controlled tyre event, he left the secure area with his tyres, and so they were no longer eligible to be used. So that's the story there. Bruiser, Tim, can we get a quick word with you guys, mate? Just push in here. Tim, just do a PDNR Facebook Live, mate. Just give us a little bit of a summary of your day so far.
Started off bad. It's getting less bad. Having fun though, that's the main thing.
And you got Bruce helping you out. Is that a help or a hindrance this weekend?
Definitely a help today, for a change.
Bruce, it's been a while since you've raced GT, mate. Do you remember how they work? I said it's been a while since you raced GT. Do you remember how they all work?
Yes. I've got a little bit of idea. You know, I'm trying to bring back the memory.
Now I've had the camera taken off me. This is not. I like being on the other side. All right, Nate, we're going to jump in with you real quick, mate. Just doing a little bit of a PDNR Facebook Live. Just give us a recap on your weekend so far.
So far, the car wasn't working at the start. We had some engine tuning issues. Motor was really rich, so yeah, it took a couple practices and a couple qualities last night to figure it out, but we got the motor going good. We made some setup changes, and car's feeling pretty good now. Cracked my first 16, so pretty happy.
Excellent. The setup changes you've been making, what have you been doing? What have you been chasing? Like specifically, what are you looking for out of the car?
Well, the car's just been like slow and sluggish everywhere, so I've just been trying to figure out what I feel will make the car faster, and then just trying to work it out from there.
Very nice. Well, you're going really well. Where are you sitting in qualifying at the moment?
I'm pretty sure I'm in 6th or 7th overall, and that's pretty good considering I have a disqualification and finished like 10th in one of the heats last night. So.
Did you say disqualification?
Yeah.
What did you get DQ'd for?
My fuel was like slightly over, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Okay, you kept that one quiet. Didn't know about that one. All right, we'll jump right here. We'll have a chat with Tater. Tate, your turn. Behave yourself, mate. PDNR Facebook Live. Just tell us how your day has been going so far.
Yeah, pretty good. Car's been good, so yeah, it's good start.
Hey, what are you doing right now, mate? What are you working on?
Doing the droop and the sway bars and just checking over the rest of the setup in the car.
Are you going in the next qualifier? What are you trying in the next run?
We've got some big tyres for the final. I'm just going to simulate the final and the qualifiers.
Very good, mate. Good luck. And Jake, jump in with you real quickly, mate. We'll get Chris to come around the other side. Chris, come around. Jake, man, just tell us how your weekend's going.
Good. I just had my first actually good qualifier, so I got one good run in. So I've got an 8th and a 7th so far. The car feels really, really good. It's just the driving. I'm driving a little bit too hard sometimes, so just gonna settle it down. But no, it's going well.
You're pitting on the fast table with the young guns, mate. How'd you score a seat here?
I don't know, but it's making me faster, so I'm just going to stay here. That's all right.
Are they sharing much in the way of setup and advice and tips?
Yeah, no, they've been really, really helpful. So yeah, I've just been learning heaps throughout the weekend. So yeah, it's been great.
What's probably been the biggest thing you've learned? What's one little thing that's been like that eureka moment where you're just like, oh wow, I didn't realise that.
The sway bar tweak, I never even knew that thing, and then Tate helped me that last qualifying, and it just like you could feel it straight away. So yeah, made a huge difference. Yeah.
I actually did a chat with Jesse Davis a few years ago about sway bar and the way he tweaks the sway bars. So yeah, it's one of those little things that a lot of people don't know about, but it makes a big difference.
Huge. Yeah, no, huge difference. Yeah. So thanks, Tate.
Okay, Beaver, good luck in the next one.
Thanks, Tony.
All right, Brayman, best behaviour. Tell us how number one's feeling this weekend.
It's pretty good. We're having a lot of fun with the Infinity family, so yeah, having a good time.
So you got, very importantly, you've got the F1.
Yeah, it's there's a rain delay right now, so this is perfect. We got our whole setup. We got a speaker there. It's streaming. We're just in FB3 right now. Nathan Sanderson managed to 3D print an F1 logo for us.
Oh, I forgot to ask Nathan about it. Yeah, Nathan just got a 3D printer and a little fun logo. He'll probably get sued for copyright.
Probably, but I still keep it, so it looks really good. And yeah, I-15's managed a TQ lap record, top 3, so we're all having a good time here. Everyone's working hard, new and old custom.
We've seen you've been making a few changes throughout the day. What have you been chasing in terms of the setup to get it to your liking?
Well, I hadn't driven Nitro in a few months, and I came here and I was just like point shooting, so just trying to generate some grip. So Nathan's been here every second Sunday testing for us, which managed to realise we got a new shock tower for the car. It's a shorter shocks all round, and they seem to really make a big difference. And all of us are now using them and making some good progress.
Well, best of luck in the next one. We'll keep moving. All right, we're going to catch up with... Better go have a chat with Fergo. Oh, the rain. Just get a shot of the rain. It's really coming down heavier now. Mr. Mulletman, Fergo, we're just doing a pity on our Facebook Live, mate. So just tell us how your day's going.
Yeah, not too bad now. Starting to get there. The Team Infinity are helping, so it's good.
We're not helping with your wardrobe, mate. You've got to have the award for the oldest jacket in the pits this weekend. What vintage era is that RB jacket?
Probably 2004s or 5s, maybe.
It's good that it still fits you.
Yeah.
What's going on with the hair, mate?
Yeah, just growing it out a little bit for the people like it, you know.
You've been doing a fair bit of RC lately, on-road, off-road, back into electric as well. Have you got a favourite at the moment?
After this weekend, Nitro on-road is basically it again at the moment. Yeah, the Infinity's good. I've only run it once at Penrith, and then decided to come back here after 5 years, and we're getting there. We're slowly working on it.
What are you working on the car there? I can see a clutch spring.
Just trying to put a spare motor together, but that's when you guys are going to help after this conversation.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up pretty soon then. All right, I'm going to jump over here and talk to the Team X-Ray. Ari, we jump in with you, mate. I'll get Chris to come in this side, doing a little Facebook Live. Have you got time for a recap on your day so far?
We've got time.
You got time? It's raining.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Yep.
Tell us about your day.
My day so far, it's been
maybe stop working for 30 seconds.
It's been average. It started raining during the run. They didn't call it. It was disappointing. 20% variance. I'm pretty sure there was more than 20% variance from the start to the finish of the run. We went faster, clearly, because the rain subsided a little. But yeah.
I think the point to that was that in your warm-up, your 3-minute warm-up, it was the heaviest it had been all morning, and there's no lap times really to base any decision on in that period. So your tyre preparation and warm-up was also affected, not just your run time.
100%. But I guess my point is, from where we actually started racing to when the race finished, there was a 20% variance and some, but...
Yeah, the variance goes both ways, right? It doesn't always go from fast to slow. It goes from slow to fast.
For most people, with some common sense, yeah.
And how are the cars going and the packages in the Team X-Ray? You got a pretty big presence here. Oh, lunch is here. Well,
yeah, lunch is here. We've got to cut it short. Sorry. It's chicken. Yeah, no, look, the cars are working pretty good. We're learning a lot. This is my first big race meeting. Michael's done a couple, Michael Stone, so he's got a bit of data already, which was good. Yeah, so we're getting there. Testing. It's just hard because obviously the conditions keep changing, which makes it a little bit difficult. But yeah, going okay so far.
Can you give us any secrets on which Team X-Ray drivers are going to be coming over for the Worlds?
Hopefully all of them. Probably none of them. I have no idea.
Okay, so you guys are the ones scouting out a base setup for the team, right? So when they come over, they've got a bit of a starting point.
Yeah, they're gonna hit the track running for sure. Yeah, we've been changing a lot of stuff and then going back to kit and then changing more stuff, going back. Just trying to get a feel for what everything does, and we haven't had a lot of time on the cars, obviously, so we're just learning along the way, which is difficult, but we just do what you got to do,
That lunch just smelled really good, so I won't hold you up any longer, all right? We'll come back and chat to Rat Boy another time. All right, who can we scoop up here? Scotty, we're going to jump in real quick with you, mate. Facebook Live on PDNR's page. Tell us how your day's going, mate. You got here late.
Shocker. Haven't finished the final. Haven't even finished the...
What's been going on? What's been holding you back?
Yeah, it's bad luck. Blew the clutch bell in half.
Blew the clutch bell in? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and it just blew up. And then I went out there and done a rear belt. And just one of them blowouts of a day.
Just too hard on the gear, mate.
Oh, nah. But anyway, it's better than being at home.
That's it. You've been riding the motorbikes, Mark? You getting on the dirt bikes much?
No, I haven't been doing much about it. Only RC boats.
Oh, yeah, the boats. That's right. You're big into the boats.
Yeah, really.
Where do you do that?
Oh, out at Penrith. Yeah. It's good. Out near PDR.
Yeah, they're near PDR. I know exactly where. Yeah. I'll have to come and check out the boats one day.
I really enjoy that. It's really cool. Something different. It's good.
Can you race boats in the rain, or do they get wet?
Yeah, you race them in the rain. Not like here today.
We'll keep moving. Beto, tell us what you've got for lunch, mate.
I've got no idea. Danny ordered it. I just said, get anything. Chicken, chili dip, chili.
It looks pretty good. All right. We'll go have a chat to Andrew Bardetta, one of New South Wales locals, mate, running 2 classes this weekend. Just gives a little bit of a summary on how it's all going. We'll cover on this side.
Going pretty good. 4th or 5th or 6th in both. So, started off a bit slow because I missed the first day of practice and then running in an engine in the GT. But practice day yesterday and quali's gone pretty good so far. So hopefully I can keep it up.
How are you finding jumping between the 2 classes? Obviously, totally different driving styles or different, feelings of the cars.
Yep. So I did it at the Nationals and I really struggled, but this weekend I'm actually not struggling too much. It's the Tourer just feels so fast when you drive that compared to the GT, but switching back to the GT is okay. So yeah.
What setup are you going to change, or the weather, is it going to play much havoc with what you've got?
No, I've just made a slight change on the GT to give it a bit more rear grip, a bit more stable. So I'm hoping that'll be good and help me find a 10th or 2. The Tourer, I'm happy with it. I'll just leave it. It's a bit slow. Can't keep up with the young kids, but it'll do. I'll be in the final and we'll see how we go over half an hour.
I've just spotted something a little bit odd on your car. I don't know if you can pick it up, Chris. What is this little contraption here?
So we use the XT, I think it's XT60 plug as a switch, and then that just locks it in there so it doesn't fall out. And I forgot to put it on one race yesterday and it fell out. So
very interesting. Okay, well that's a good.
I don't know. My pitman's got the plug. Can't show you. My pitman's got the plug, so I don't know.
No, we can imagine that. Yeah. Very good. We'll keep moving. Good luck. All right, Snowman, your turn. Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, that's right.
You got a voice this week. We didn't get much of a chat with you last time, but tell us, how your week's going.
Pretty good so far. I think I'm TQ. So after I've done three TQ rounds, so I'm happy so far. Car's good. I'm going all right for an old bloke. So so far so good. So I'm hoping it rains so we don't have to race the final, so I can just get it based on qualifying. So.
Are you happy to pack up and go home right now?
Yeah.
You finished ahead of Peter Jovanovic and
That's
job
right,
done.
Exactly, yeah. Finish ahead of PJ and Tim. Yeah, I'll be happy. So, so far so good. So.
You've done millions of laps around this track. What do you come here with many setup changes, or is it literally roll it out of the box and drive it?
Roll it out of the box and drive it. I do all the work at home. I spend the whole day at home cleaning. I spend more time cleaning that than my real car. So I
think most of us do that.
Yeah, exactly. So I do all it at home, and then I just come out here and just drive it. True tyres and clean it during the day, and that's it. I don't muck around with setup that much. I should, but I'm a bit lazy. But I should, but I don't. I just build it and drive it.
You're sitting in TQ, so obviously there's paces there. So yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I'm trying a new front spring. So Megan released a new front spring, so I thought I'd try that. So that seems to be pretty good. So don't know whether that's better or worse, but it seems to go all right. So I'm happy with TQ. So yeah.
You got any other big events on your calendar? I know family life's sort of taken priority for you recently, but you got an eye on the Worlds in Japan?
I have an eye on the Worlds. Yes, I would love to go, but I don't know. It's a bit hard. You need a mechanic.
I'm available.
Yeah, well that's good. Yeah, well, you'll turn your phone on. Then.
Chris is available.
Chris is available. Yeah. Well, I'd love to do it because I mean I probably won't do another one because the next one will be in Europe or America. So. Yeah, I'd love to do. I love racing in Japan. I've done it before. The last Worlds I did was in Japan in 2013. So I'd like to race there again at the Infinity track. It's a nice track since it's been bought by Infinity. It's been they're fully rebuilt. So I'd love to go there. So yeah, watch this space, I guess. Yeah.
We'll keep an eye out. Well, yeah, best of luck for the rest of today, and I hope it doesn't keep raining. I'd like to see you on track again.
Yeah, true. It'd be good to do a half-hour final. Yeah, I'd like to. You'd like to win properly, but hopefully the weather improves and we can finish the finals and have a good event.
One final question: what has been your most memorable moment in your RC racing career, if we call that?
Well, it would have to be going to a Worlds, I guess, in Europe. I went with Andrew and a few other boys. We went to Holland to race, and we hired a car and we went raced in Holland at the Worlds, and then drove through Germany and Switzerland, France, down to Italy. Went to the Nova Rossi factory for a tour. Went to Kalari's shop. That was probably the highlight. Of course, we didn't do too well on the track. The Europeans were just so quick. But that was a highlight of World Championships. I mean, Worlds are hard. They're 10 days of full-on racing, but it's worth it. I mean, you come back faster. I mean, you go over there and you'll get your butt kicked usually. But you come back, you're a lot more confident. I found out you don't get as nervous when I go to a big event, but it's a good experience doing the Worlds, and that's probably my highlight, is the Worlds in Europe. I mean, that was a long time ago now. It's been 98, but that was probably my highlight. So.
It sounds like you're well overdue for another Worlds, mate. So we'll start a GoFundMe or whatever we need to do. We've got to get Snowman to Japan for the
exactly. Yeah, start a GoFundMe and help me go. Yeah, because it unfortunately does cost a bit of money, but still, I mean, you have the memory lasts longer than what the cost does. So it's I'd like to do it. It'd be good. I'd like to do it. Yeah.
You're one of the familiar faces in Australia and around the world that have been involved in RC for so long. Been behind the scenes. You did the riding for racing lines and all that sort of archiving of history. So it's good to see you still here having fun. So good luck.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, I mean, it's in my blood, I think. I don't think I can give up. As long as I'm competitive, my eyes are starting to go a bit. I need glasses, but I won't bring myself to the optometrist, but I do need glasses. So, I enjoy it still. So as long as you enjoy it, I'll keep doing it.
Just on your family, how old's your child now?
Well, I've got a 3.5 and a 1.5.
You've got two now? Okay, so have they got an RC car yet?
Actually, I built one in a grasshopper just to move around, and I'm going to build a lunchbox, Tamiya lunchbox. So I got a Tamiya lunchbox to build. I think my daughter wants that one, and the son's eyeing the Tamiya grasshopper. So hopefully they'll get into it because I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of cars, a lot of Tamiya cars. I've got about 80 Tamiya cars.
80?
Yeah, 80. Like old ones, re-releases, and Tamiya, Kyosho. So, about 80, I think. There's some guys that have got more, but I've got about 80. I'm running out of room. So I've had to stop buying them. But yeah, no, hopefully they get into it. But you never know these days. Kids they might be into video games, but who knows? But
The parents can guide that, and it'd be great to see another generation of snowmen.
yeah, well, there's a lot of young second generations like your boys, your boy and Chris's boy. So yeah, good to see the second generation kids come along. They're pretty quick now. They're making us old guys work harder. So yeah, hopefully they come along and yeah, more in the sport.
Thanks, well, thank you very much for the chat, and good luck in the finals.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that was Lee Dyder, who we all know affectionately as Snowy or Snowman. We're going to jump in here. Stewie, can we interrupt you for a little chat on our PDR Facebook Live? So we're with Stuart Grant. Just tell us a little bit about your qualifying so far.
I've only finished 2 runs today, so 4th in both, I think. I don't know, something like that. It's rolling around.
What are you working on at the moment?
The clutch seized up. Had a lot of trouble with the gearbox for some reason. Just won't change properly. Won't change in the right areas. It's either too late or too early. And then in that one, the clutch bearings seized up. So I still finished though. But.
And last time I think we were out here with you, you got a podium at the Nationals. Tell us how long the celebrations went on, mate. That must have been a big party.
No, about 2 minutes. Just after your interview, it stopped. When I had to pack the car up and drive home.
Surely you got some messages and phone calls from people. I know I got a lot of comments and feedback that people were excited to see you on the podium 40 years after your first one.
Oh, that's good, because I haven't got any friends, so nobody said anything to me.
All right, well, you do have friends. Good luck in the next one.
Thanks, mate.
All right, let's see who else we can scoop up. Alex is looking here for a chat.
I want you to introduce you guys to RC royalty over here, Mr. Paul Savoy.
Paul Savoy, okay.
Paul was our manager back in 1998. We went to the World Championships in Holland. It was me, Andrew, Snowy, all the guys you've interviewed, Rick, Bartolozzi. Paul was our manager for the trip. It was the craziest trip I've ever been on in my life. I still have mental scarring from the experience, good and bad. I've got to admit, like a lot of good times we had over there. So we went to the World Championships in Holland, and then after the trip we did a road trip through Europe. Oh yes, we've got the live stream happening here. So we did a road trip through Europe with a couple of VW turbo vans. There was 3 of us, so we drove down from Holland through France and Germany, 3 vans.
Koreans were there. The Koreans were there, the Singo boys from Newcastle, and the Sydney boys, if you remember. And this gentleman here, I pranked him in a... Can I say it live? I pranked him in a brothel in the back of Amsterdam. And on my way back to the campsite, he threw my brand new box of cigars out the window. I do. I was pissed.
So with another story here, Paul Savoy is probably the first person ever to mountain bike through the Swiss Alps. I'm talking like
Down the hill.
Pulled up at the top of the mountain, and we're like, "What's he doing?" And he pulls a mountain bike out. We didn't even know he was carrying. He brought it from Australia apparently, and off he goes mountain biking down the Swiss Alps while we're trying to chase him and run him off the road, basically.
It was a good time, I must admit. If it wasn't for these guys...
Then a few countries later,
they made it.
We reach Germany, we go to the Nürburgring, right?
Oh, yes,
Gotta
that's
tell
a
you.
good one too.
And so we do a 1 lap of the Nürburgring, I think it was several laps.
There was 3 vans.
€17 per lap. So
3 vans, there was the Newcastle boys in 1 van, there was the Sydney boys in the other van, and there was the Koreans in the 3rd van.
Let me rephrase that. The Newcastle boys plus Kick-Ass in 1 van.
That's right, that's exactly.
And the Newcastle boys had gone via Amsterdam where they were a little bit, let's just say, they shouldn't have been driving. So anyway, we're doing laps down the Nürburgring, 3 vans trying to catch each other. And I'm in Dallas and Rutledge's van.
Correct.
The slide door is open. Someone's hanging out with a video camera, filming, I don't know what they were filming.
I think it was Lee Dyder, wasn't it?
No.
Someone
Anyway, lots of fond memories. This is Paul Savoy, everyone. He's RC royalty.
Well, I must admit though,
retired now, but
I have had the best times of my life was with all these guys. Really, enjoyment was enjoyment plus. And you have to thank Big Ugly Stu and John Grant, of course, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here in the first place. You
Yeah,
know,
that's it, yeah.
they helped construct this place from scratch, and then when money was needed, I asked and I donated. So, like I said, it's a privilege to be here today, really, you know, and to actually see these guys again, and to see the fact and to see the fact that no one's really changed. We've all got grey hair and a little bit older, but deep down inside, we're all the same. You know, we're all young-minded. You know, we're all. I love it. You know, it's like it'll be with me forever. And I really hope that when you have the Worlds here at the end of the year, October, that more of a contingency of Europeans and Americans and Japanese get here, because this is a great venue, you know, and really to come to Australia, it doesn't cost them much. It's much cheaper, really, at the end of the day. Their dollar's worth more than ours. Then you've got up the road here, you've got the ridges at Warwick Farm, which there's room for everybody, really. I remember when they came here for the Worlds in 2000. You know, they said 14 were coming, 34 ended up walking out through the airport. And I'm scratching my head going, oh my God, I've only booked for 14 people. What happens with the other 24? You know, but we got them all in here, and the ridges were very accommodating, I must admit. You know, at the last minute, and all they wanted to do the first night they were here was eat meat, steak. So at 9:30 at night, you know, we're driving around Sydney looking for a restaurant.
Remember when they had a steak, traditional Italian steak in Italy?
That was horse.
It was horse meat. They didn't tell us until we were eating. They're like, oh, you're eating horse. They were laughing at us.
I got the glass and got the spoon and said, is everyone enjoying the meal? And Dallas went, yeah, it's lovely. I said, well, you're actually eating horse. And the minute I said that, all the Asians dropped their knives and forks. And I thought to myself, hang on, you guys eat insects. All right, so what's a little bit of horse meat amongst friends? Right, but yeah, mate, it was very, very nice. That was actually a meal paid all for by Cesare, Mario and Sergio from Novorossi.
So when we went to Europe, Paul organised, because he's European heritage, he's organised foot through the door, Novorossi factory, Serpent factory, like full tours with Salvin, took us personally and showed us around the place. Even though a couple of us weren't Serpent drivers, he was very accommodating. So probably the nicest guy I'd ever meet in RC racing, Mr. Salvin.
And then we had the Roman tour on Vespers.
Oh,
where we all rode through. I rented a whole fleet of Vespers, and we all went riding through Italy, through Rome. It was fantastic.
The
like
fact
I said,
that we're still alive today talking about it is like
but the thing
amazing.
Is, deep down inside, we're all the same. We haven't changed. You know, like he's gotten a bit greyer. He's colouring his hair, right? But really, at the end of the day, we all look the same. We're all still the same. It's amazing. It's good. You know, I'm really happy. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. I just wish the weather was better. Yesterday, when I came past here, the weather was sensational. So I'm actually praying that tomorrow is going to be a good day.
Good sign. Looks like it's stopped now, so hopefully we can get
So just going back a minute, what brings you here today? Were you invited or told about it, or what are you up to nowadays? If you're not into RC, what are you doing these days?
I passed with my Vespa the other day, and I could hear all the noise, and I thought, aha, it's on. So of course today was my day off, and I thought I'd come past and have a look and see if I could catch up with some old faces. And sure enough, you know, they're all here. You know, well maybe not all here, but you know,
everyone except for Rick.
Yeah. Bart, man, well, I was hoping he'd be here, but it doesn't matter, you know. No, and like I said, I like to keep in touch with everyone here. I'm still friends with all the producers in Europe. They're all doing different things, you know. Some are photographers, some are, you know, in other all walks of life. I think Daniel Sponge is still pouring concrete in northern Italy, you know. I wonder how many bodies he's poured in there somewhere.
With the Novorossi tour,
I shouldn't say that.
when we went to the Novorossi factory, we spent hours there.
Yeah,
they took
and
us
they were
through
very
the place,
accommodating, like I said.
inside out, back to front.
And they fed us.
I found the most amazing thing that I found at the Novorossi factory was a big 60-foot, I don't know, it was a 60-litre bin full of pistons. And I've just gone in there, grabbed a handful.
Heaven, isn't it?
I was in heaven. Like back in those days, they were getting pistons and liners and actually matching them up, and you could buy a rematch, like oversized piston. Like we were ordering oversized pistons through Novorossi factory. So if we had an engine that was worn out, Rob Reed would measure. We'd send him the liner. He'd measure the liner, and then he'd order a piston and give it back to us. They stopped doing that when they realised they're not going to make much money. So
I also went through the Pico factory for model boating, because that was my passion, model boats, RC boats. So and the thing that got me at Novorossi, the most strangest thing, is they were all cherishing this room which contained all these batteries for backup, because the power is really poor in northern Italy at the time, and they used to have blackouts all the time. So when the blackouts were on, the machinery had to still keep going. So they all had this giant, it was like a giant generator with all these backup batteries. It was bizarre. You know, we're lucky here in Australia. We have the occasional blackout, but obviously in northern Italy, in the mountains there, it's a problem. You know, they're all bowing to these batteries, going hail batteries, hail batteries. You know, it's
We
bizarre.
tried to get in the Ferrari factory as well, but he didn't have that much leverage to get us in that day.
No, not yet.
Apparently they said, Savoy, we're knocking on the... Savoy, sorry, no can do.
But, and who's the other one?
Mario Rossi.
Mario, not Mario Rossi, the other one that used to do the Arrows tyres in Santa Agata. Azzetta.
Stereo engines,
Yeah.
Arrows tyres.
Like I said,
Mario Rossi.
I'm sad that more Europeans aren't here today, really. You know, it's killing me. I thought that all the wogs in the world would be here, all the Frenchies, all the Deutschies, you know, and I'm hoping if you guys advertise a lot more for the August meeting that they will turn up. You know, it's a great camaraderie. I love it. You know, I'll be around even when I'm old and grey, like my friend over here. You know.
Yeah, well, that was it was great history. I'm right into all the history of the years gone by and all the stories. So I was really thankful and privileged to be able to capture all that for you guys. So yeah.
And remember, Australia's a good place to be for a World Championships. It really is. It's economical place. When you get it, doesn't cost you the earth if you're from overseas. And accommodation is like just up the road here. It's fantastic. It's all here, really.
Yeah, I think there will be more internationals here for the World, so we'll keep moving. But no, that was
Thanks,
great.
guys.
Thanks
Appreciate
for the introduction, Alex.
No worries, yeah.
Thank you for the memories. That was great.
We can't race as quick as we used to in the old days, but
Get out of
we've got some stories to say. So
I love the old stories,
happy
and
to share that with you guys.
I hope hopefully you got a spare room for Andrew, because I think he'll be in the dog box when his wife watches this one. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see what else we can scoop up with. You busy? You got time for a quick little chat, mate? Just a little Facebook Live on PDNR's Facebook page.
Oh my God.
So, just tell us a little bit about how your day's going.
Yeah, good so far. So far it's pretty good, yeah. Just cleaning up the car, making sure the shocks are all straight, not tweak free as they say, you know what I mean? But that's going good. Sitting in 5th position, so far holding 5th. It's getting harder out there with the better raindrops and stuff. Let me move the rubbish out of the way. That's the new RX-8, the 2023 version. Yeah, going good.
Excellent. Well, yeah, best of luck in the next one. I'll let you keep working. And
Thanks, man. Sorry, you caught me blindsided.
that's the idea. All right, well, pop there. I think there's a few Queenslanders down this neck of the woods. As you can see, the blowers are firing up, so I think we might get some action soon. I can see one of the dogs going for a walk, just doing a bit of an inspection. There's still a little bit of light drizzle blowing in, so all right, we'll just catch up with these guys down here. We're just doing a Facebook Live on PDNR's Facebook page. Yeah, good timing. That's okay. We'll see. Just tell us how your qualifying's going.
It's not going really well. I blew off my main engine, so this is my second one, and this one is just not as good as the other. But other than that, I'm happy.
You competed back in Thailand last November at the IFMAR Worlds. Just how has that helped you improve, or what have you learned from that event between then and now?
That was my main event for nitro racing. I learned a lot, especially for the preparation, for the race time, and the approach, how you drive. So that was very, very good experience.
All right, we'll go see who else wants to have a little chat with us. How's your qualifying running? Just tell us a little bit of a recap on your day today.
Oh, okay. So first round of qualifying, so the track was very wet. We were drifting all over. but yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day will go. Yesterday I had the 2 qualifying, had technical issues, so I didn't run any full qualifying yet. So yeah, hopefully the other 3 will be good. The track will dry out and we'll be able to run properly again. But yeah, other than that, event have been awesome.
And what car and equipment are you running?
It's a Capricorn GT GP, and it's a Capricorn 1 engine as well, and a Futaba radio, and it's been great. It's a very, very good car actually. I love it. It drives like a touring car.
Just one thing that I want to point out is it's essential for a GT race is a good supply of earplugs. I can see Attila's got his in.
Yeah.
Very, very handy for these guys pitting here. If you spin around just to your left, that's the staging area. So that's where the cars come. They get their tyres installed. and they warm them up there. Yep. And so these guys here are deafened all day from 10 cars away. We actually had the same issue in Thailand, and we moved outside. So the other thing you can learn from international events. All right, we'll wrap over here. Oh, I've got to jump in here. Sorry to interrupt. Just do a little Facebook Live, mate. Give us a little recap on your weekend.
It's it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's a bit of a challenge running 2 classes, but my first time doing it, and I've had a good time. Yeah.
Is Dad helping you much with the wrenching and working on the cars?
Yeah, Dad helps a lot. So we usually he looks after one car, or I look after the other car. So it works out pretty good. Yeah.
What's the weather going to do to your plans? Are you going to make some sit-up changes with the track?
I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens.
Cagey answer. Not giving too much away, eh? Secrets. All right, let's... excellent. David's back. Hello, David. We'll get Chris to come out this way. Face this way. We've got a Facebook Live on PDR's Facebook page. We're just having a chat with the drivers. How's your morning going? I kind of know the answer to that, but tell me how your morning's going.
My car's okay, but I forgot to charge the battery for the last one.
Yeah, I can see your friends. Your friends are very supportive over there.
Don't put it on live.
Live.
What is it? Oh shit. Yeah. What happened?
Okay, so didn't charge the battery, and before they
actually charged it last night, before the last qualify. Now I thought the whole charge, but then it's not. Maybe I forgot about the warm up. I mean when we're waiting. Yeah, because like we have to start the car, then there's like another 5 minutes, and we did 2 this morning, so there's another 10 minutes. So that may be the reason why. Yeah, I have a small battery in there. I should put a bigger battery in there. Yeah.
And the engine's going good?
Yeah. It's okay now.
We'll let you keep getting ready, but yeah. Thank you for the chat. Appreciate it. All right. You guys are laughing at David, so now it's your turn for a chat.
My turn?
Yeah.
What was it?
Tell us how your day's going.
Day's okay. Infinity. Driving Infinity, sitting at, I think it's 4th at the moment for the 1.8. So pretty good, I said. See how it goes. 2 more qualified to go.
And what are you doing to this car at the moment? What's he doing to your car?
I'm just helping our setup.
Hang on, let me ask the driver. What is he doing to your car? Help or hindering?
It's still clear.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
More detail then. What are you looking for? What are you checking?
Just the Infinity driver helping the Serpent driver.
Oh, it's mates helping mates. That's what RC is all about.
That's correct.
Mates helping mates. All right, well, duck it here. Jace, you up for a quick little chat? Jason Valley from Queensland, mate. Just doing a Facebook Live on PDR's page in the rain delay. Just give us a little summary on how qualifying's gone.
Not that good for me. I can't get any rear grip. And if I brake heavily, it'll spin out. And if I accelerate quick, it'll spin out. So I've been chasing my tail a bit. Made another change. Last run was a bit damp, so can't really tell if that worked. But see what happens next time.
And back home, the racing scene. You've been doing much racing back home?
Yeah, mainly electric. We're trying to get this class going at a club level. I sort of run with some of the other nitros, but there's only sort of me or one other at the moment. But we're trying to get a few to bring it up. And we've got a club racer engine to control the engine, so it's about $380 for the engine pipe manifold, just to keep the cost down and try to get the class going without having to spend a lot on engines and etc.
Great idea.
Hopefully that'll happen in the next couple of months.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of entries here at this event, and GT is going to be popular, and a lot of cars after the world, so that's a good concept, so I hope that goes well.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, we'll keep moving. Good luck in the next one. Rob Russell back yet? No, who else is hiding down there? All right, we'll go for a stroll up here. All right, we're going to interrupt you here. Go this way. He's running. I want to have a look at the body first, so we'll get that on the shot because that caught my eye on track. But where you go, Russell? Just tell us how your day's going so far.
Well, as long as the rain would stay away, we can get some more track time in. Yeah, the car's pretty good. Had a few issues yesterday with engines, but hopefully we've got that sort of worked out and we can sort of move forwards.
And tell us a bit about the body, mate. Is this a bit of a practice body for the Worlds? Because that's like a world-winning GT concourse body, if I'm not mistaken. You've peaked too early.
Mate, yeah, Jason Shoots from JK Racing actually paints them. He does amazing jobs. He does all the bodies that I run. Yeah, he does a really good job. It's definitely a concourse body, that one for sure.
I saw it on the track though. You were running it, weren't you?
Yeah, I'll still run it. It's still a body, like, you know, they're too big. You can't fit them on a shelf. So I may as well run it.
Any significance with the shark on top, mate? Is that
I just said to him, I said I just want an Aussie scheme. So we've got Blinky Bill. I think we've got the boxing kangaroo, the shark, cockatoo as well. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, definitely caught my eye out there. So if you can't be fast, look fast. So they say.
That's what I say too. Yeah, no, all good. Thanks, mate.
Thanks. All right, I did want to try and catch up with who am I looking for? There's Rob Russell. Mr. Russell, we're looking for you. We're doing a Facebook Live on PDR's page.
Hey,
just getting a little recap of how qualifying's going for you.
Hot rod's doing well, man. The Flying Dragons out there. SRX 823 is a very good car. Nice on the track. It's the first time it's hit it. I was testing with the car, tuning it in a bit. Wasn't good to start off with. Had gearbox issues. Sorted it out now. But I'm really scared of the power that the car's creating. So I'm driving within myself and just don't want to make any mistakes. So I think it's a fantastic, like, honestly, if I just say to have 32 cars, 32 GTs here, for us to have this event is my dream. I've always wanted to see it, you know, so pre-Worlds, Worlds, everybody that's out there, if you see this, if you've got a GT, do it. It's fantastic. Track's awesome. Pits, amenities, fantastic. Yeah, just great time. Love it. Love it with the guys, you know, it's just fantastic. And this many GTs, it's just great to see. The top guys who come on and drive, wow, they just blow us away, how they can just pick up a tourist straight away, from tourists, from 8 scales, and then just hop into the GT. And they love it, you know, like they like driving it. I think it's a little bit too slow for them to be sort of regulars in the GT, but to come out for these matches, it's pretty good to watch the guys just swing those cars around. It's crazy. And to have Big Rick, man, he's our god, and yeah, just wish him all the best. And wherever we finish up, man, we're having a great weekend. So, you know, it's all the win for us. I just got to say the best to me beautiful wife, Amanda. She's just the world to me. She keeps my car going. She keeps me in check, and it's just fantastic, you know. So everybody that's here is just wonderful. It's great. Hopefully the weather clears off and we can just get smacking, man.
Sounds like a plan to me. All right, good job, good luck. All right, James, quick little recap for you, mate. This is one of your first big events. Just tell us how you're enjoying it.
It's been awesome. It's been cool to be part of it. The amount of track time is really cool, and seeing what people do, the processes, and learning a lot about the car and racing, qualifying, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun.
It's quite a big learning curve, isn't it, from the format, the length of the events, and just the process with seeding and qualifying, and then even for the GTs, you're running Tour, but the GTs have got the controlled tyre and fuel procedures they need to follow. So yeah, it can be a bit daunting, but it's a lot of fun. So, is that your lunch?
That is my half-eaten lunch. Yes.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to that. Eat your lunch and get ready for qualifying. All right, I'm going to pick on a driver that some of you may know. I'll grab you for a sec. I just did a Facebook Live on PDR's Facebook page. We're with Peter Jovanovic.
How you doing?
Peter Jr., just tell us how your morning's going.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Had a bit of a crash in the 8 scale then, but apart from that, 5 years out of the racing, man, and we're doing all right. First comeback, so
It's like you never left. You've pissed a lot of people off coming back so quickly.
Well, the consistency is still there, so that's the main thing. Had to find a bit of pace, but we're getting there now. So
You're running both classes, GT and 8 scale. Where are you sitting at the moment after 3 rounds of qualifying?
8 scale, I think we're in second. GT, we got disqualified first run because we ran out of fuel. So I didn't realise you actually get disqualified for the run. Otherwise, we would have been in first. Because we've had a win and we've had a second and then a fifth. But in that fifth, in the overall run, we ran out of fuel. So
just clarify for me then, where you didn't make the 7 minutes and you ran out before that?
yes, correct, yeah. But I didn't realise you get disqualified if you don't do that out of that run. So it's kind of annoying because if the run had stood, I was in fifth the whole round, even in the laps that I had done. And if you put the points together, I had a first, a second, and then a fifth. We would have been in first spot. So I'm kind of aggravated because I'm like, I don't know the way that works. You can't change it anyway. You run out of fuel, you run out of fuel. But it's just annoying to think what could be if we don't get many more runs. But
Yeah, so I guess that's slightly different for the GT rules, isn't it? Because in other classes, if you ran out of fuel on that last lap, you still bank the result that you completed. But in GT, they want to get that runtime mark. So
yeah, 100%. Like that's the thing, because I've been away. I didn't know that way. Like I said, you can't change it, but I just don't understand why you would take the run away. Like, I guess they do it though because it's going to say if you've had a good engine in or something like that, you don't make the run time. You could just go really quick in the other laps, but you still get penalised because you don't make the. I don't know. It's a weird one.
So just tell us, away from RC, what have you been up to the last 5 years, man?
Got married November last year, so got married and just been working hard, man. Like, when I was racing, me and Dad were racing, it was pretty full on. We had, probably at least once a month we're going around the world or interstate or whatever it might be. So it gets a little bit too much and you got to start working, man, make some money, put your life together a little bit. But as well, I was pretty happy with what we had done. Like, we won everything that we could have, and we were sort of always doing really well. We're always consistent, but eventually, man, like, you need to live a little bit too. So I was, full into it for a while, but I'll come back now, help Dad where I can, support the car and everything. And as I said, I'm really surprised that I was able to just come back and be half decent and consistent and everything. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like, just married life, mate. That's what's up with that. So,
You maybe tricky to answer, but what's been your most memorable event out of all the big events and things you've done?
oh, that's a hard one. Like, you'd have to say my third at the Worlds when I was 16 was probably my most memorable one, because obviously that's what.
So take us back. So it's the Touring Car Worlds, 200mm Touring Car Worlds in Brendale in Queensland. You're 16 and you probably were under the radar a bit from what I remember. Like, you and your brother were quick, but you definitely weren't one that I think was earmarked to be in the top 10, and then you go and put it in third. So what do you recall the most out of that?
Well, the thing was, no one knew who I was. Like, I was Stephen's baby brother, you know what I mean? Like, no one would have given me respect for that. Like, and you got to earn it, you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to know who you are till you start getting results. But probably the best thing about that event is, you're a dark horse. No one expects you to do that well. But my confidence out of my driving after I finished in that spot, I remember when I got back and we did the Adelaide Nationals, I think, and I won that. And then I went to Queensland to win the Nationals with a Team Lossy 110 scale electric on-road, which no one could ever win with that car from what I knew. Like, it wasn't, the best car at the time. And it just gave me, I don't know, a newfound confidence within my driving and stuff. But that's the most memorable when it comes to an event and my sort of marking point on racing. But probably the other one would be here, when I think it was the Nationals. The States were Nationals, and I was about 2.5 laps down because my car stalled in the corner. Jeff was winning by it was a 2.5, 3 laps. And my brother was calling out. I was catching him 0.6 every lap. And I'll never forget, and Jeff will hate me for saying this because he knows what happened too. I was standing next to him, and I've never seen him shake so much because as it come to the last sort of 2 minutes, he started shaking a lot. And I'm like, he's nervous, and I just when you get into a cruise control on the track in a final, as soon as you start to try to push again, sometimes you can't go quicker, and that's what happened to Jeff, and I ended up beating him past him on like the third last corner, and everyone cheered when I went across the line. I'll never forget that one. Jeff's gonna hate me for saying this.
Oh, speak of the devil, we're just talking. Jump in this side.
This is what I think.
We're just talking. I asked him what his most memorable event was, and you were involved in one of them.
Second,
What was the most memorable?
the Worlds. It has to probably.
Well,
be
couldn't
the
have been
Worlds.
as memorable as this one, though.
This one's memorable because I think it was probably one of the hardest things
harder
to
than
pull
the
off.
Worlds, yeah.
To pull off. Not to get this wasn't to really just get a result. At the Worlds, like you're not sure if you're going to win it, but to come back and do what I did in that run. And I told him when you were next to me, all I saw you doing was this,
That was
and
no
you
shake.
and you never
That was
shake.
no shake.
You never shake.
I wasn't
ever.
nervous at all. I wasn't nervous at all. But the worst part was...
You weren't nervous at all?
It was a family affair. And his brother...
Oh, shit.
His brother that bombed out that race was shouting. And he should have got disqualified, I think. I think actually we should revisit that and you should lose that race.
I had no brother. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Screaming, yelling, "You're catching, Peter, you're catching, Peter." But yeah, it was a fun race that didn't end up fun for me. But I think I held him off pretty good a couple of corners. And then...
Not really.
No.
Not really.
I was in cruise mode because I was so far ahead of him.
That's
You
what I
know?
was telling him. And
Yeah.
it's hard to push your car again. Like when
You can't push your
when
car.
you're that cruisy and you get in a groove, you just can't pull it back sometimes, can you?
No.
Even if you try. And it depends how good a driver you are, but
That's what the smart
you're
guy
on that level probably
just underneath you.
just a bit under.
And how's it feel now though, coming back and the levels have changed maybe a little bit?
That's a hard question. I'm not at liberty to discuss that right now. We'll come back to that one.
Maybe in another 5 years
May-
after you do some
Maybe at
practice.
the end of the race we'll come back to that one.
Okay.
Though.
I'd like to do that.
We'll see.
Let's
If
revisit this
not-
interview at the
if
end of
not, then don't come back to me.
Well, I think that's pretty much set the scene for what's going to come today and tomorrow. So you two are head-to-head at GT, and we'll be looking forward to seeing who comes out on top.
In 8 scale though, isn't he? He's lucky he's not head-to-head in 8 scale though.
Not worried. Not worried at all. It's fine. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. That was great. We'll get an update on the weather. Looks to have cleared up a little bit. So we'll just get one more little word with Jeff. Sorry, Jeff, we got... Tim, do you mind... one minute. We'll just get a little recap from you on how your qualifying is going.
Good.
Well, you are TQ at the moment, so...
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, you're not?
No, it depends on the rounds dropped, but not on the actual My RTM list. Yep. But no, good. Round 1, did a safe run because wasn't too sure on fuel economy and tyre wear and whatnot.
It's actually quite noticeable how much you were lifting through the sweeper just to get home.
Just to be sure, yeah. You keep the revs down and, conserve a bit of fuel. And then in run 2, night run, couldn't see my car, which was awesome. And thought I'd put in a pretty fast run, but unfortunately, I think someone loosened my wheel nuts before I went out. And we're not blaming anyone here. We're a team, it's a team sport, and my pit man is one of the greatest I've had. But cost me the TQ in that one, I think, because I was out in front pretty comfortably. And then we spoke about it over a beer last night. I'm putting the wheels on for the rest of the day, and Q3 was good, solid run in a bit of wet conditions, and I think it was pretty difficult for everyone, but yeah, got that one in the bag as well.
And what are you working on now, mate? I can see some parts disassembled on the bench there, just a bit of...
Yeah, getting ready for the finals, so just prepping another gearbox and brake setup, just to make sure that we don't have any failures for our main or the semi, whichever one we get into, but hoping for straight to the final.
Very good. And I can see the tool there for putting the wheels on. Did you want to just give us a demo on the correct way to put the wheel nut on?
Well, that's the tool actually that I use just to nip the wheel nuts up. I've got a longer spanner in the box that I use now to use some leverage. And Ross Lalek, if you're watching, thanks for the offer of the tool. Probably take you up on that for the final.
Best of luck, mate. Keep up the good work, and yeah.
You too.
All right, I think we want to just do a quick little wander around. So we'll come out this way. There's a canteen area up here, so we might just do a little. Well, still a little bit of drizzle. Still a little bit of drizzle. Oh, we've got an official meeting here. Actually, let's get a word with Jeff, one of the officials this weekend, mate. Just how's everything going from your side of the camp?
It's going. It's not too bad. It's everyone's been well behaved, which has been really good.
I haven't heard you getting narky or having to issue any penalties.
I've yeah, it's been really good. The drivers have all been very.
You sound like a politician.
I think I've just had tired, mate. I've had enough already in the weekend. Still got heaps to go. So.
Oh, pace yourself. Enjoy the rain break, and yeah. So we'll start here. This is the canteen area. It's a really good viewing platform as well. A lot of people will come and perch themselves up here and watch the action. The fastest part of the track and the sweeper. So the lovely ladies that work in the canteen. We've got the grandstand here. We've got some viewing up here. Give us a wave on the grandstand. So lots of people getting their spots early, getting ready for qualifying later on. So we'll come down here. We've got obviously the good old Portaloo situation, big events. And they've got a drop-off area, so you drive your car in the gate down there. And then you can stop here, drop off your gear, and then go park down in the car park. Obviously the GTs are running control rubber tyres, but the 8 scale and Tourer, this is really quite strange doing it this way. You should be walking backwards, not me. Tyre truing area and the air compressors, so they can get. Let's have a little chat with Jake. Jake, mate, just take us through the procedure for truing tyres.
Well, I take my time because I true it a couple of times. So what you do is just put it on a truer like this. These are the front tyres, so they're going to be a little bit smaller. You try to go for a 2 mil split between the front and the back for the Tourer. You adjust how much you cut it by this little thing here. Don't even know what it's called, but yeah, you adjust it like that. Goes across the car tyre and it trues the foam off. And yeah, simple as that.
Easy. All right. And then obviously you got this access area here. Then the drivers will filter around the outside and go into a control staging area. Yeah. You can see a few of the members in the committee here actually bring their caravans and they camp out here for the weekend, make a whole big weekend of it. So yeah, if you're a GT driver, you'll come up here. This is the control area for tyres and fuel, so you can see get issued a fuel bottle and they pick up their marked tyres. So then they'll take them in to the staging area where they can set up, put the wheels on their cars, get the car started and warmed up, ready to go out. Tony, the pit boss, can you give us a demonstration, mate, and open the chain? So when you're allowed through, all the cars are here. And Tony's doing a good job. He's in control of the pit lane this weekend. So when you're allowed to come through.
Once all the pit crews have cleared the pits, this stops the other drivers from coming in, simply, and then they all flood in and.
Everyone starts running around here. The drivers go that way. Let's go up on the driver's stand. So the drivers head up that way.
You don't want me to climb the stairs, do you?
No, you're right. I'll pick you up on the way back down. So there's some announcements going on, but Chris is going to trip over going backwards up the stairs. The drivers would normally be looking the other way. The drivers don't typically walk up the stairs backwards, but so then the view for the driver's stand, Chris, you could just pan around, and usually there's a bit of a race to get a particular spot. Drivers are a little bit funny sometimes and like to stand in a particular spot when they race. You can see the officials down there just checking to see if the pit lane is dry enough for racing to continue. This is the John Grant International Raceway. The handrails up here is a bit damp. This is one for the history. Some of the people watching may not have any idea why there's all these shells behind. This dates back to when you used to have frequencies and crystals in your transmitter, and you used to have to impound your transmitter. So I had to come up here, and it lived up here the whole race, the whole meeting. Obviously with Spectrum Radio now that doesn't apply. Okay, so head down the driver's stand. So you can see this is all bunted off and securely marked out. This is the staging area at the end. So after the race, the drivers will come through here and the mechanics will bring their cars straight from the pit lane onto the tables. The GTs have got to remove their wheels and they go back into the secure compound and they leave the cars and fuel bottle and cars here for scrutineering. That's a little lap around. This is a scrutineering shed. This is where you'll find Keith most of the weekend. I've got all the equipment there. So cars get checked for a whole variety of things: weight, fuel tank capacity, width, wing height, track width. There's all these gauges and equipment here that they use to check the cars are within spec. There's Keith. Actually, let's have a little chat with Keith. You up for a little chat? Facebook Live? No? Oh, it's really nice to have a chat with. Oh, okay. Keith's declined. That's okay. Well, that's Keith Mealy. He's been involved with the club and RC racing 100 years? 41 years. 1982. Does a tremendous job. Been involved in pretty much every race I've done here since 2001. I think Keith's been involved in some way or another. So yeah, it's. Talk to Dan. Dan's coming around. Beautiful. So the weather is looking good. I think we're looking good for the weather. Sort of dry it off a little bit. Oh, sorry to interrupt, Dan. This is Chris's fault, but just doing a Facebook Live on PDNR's Facebook page.
Oh,
just gives a little recap on how everything's going from your side of things.
Oh, look, overall fantastic. I think we've got good numbers for the event. People are having a good time. There's been a lot of track time. You know, a bit of weather that's affected us. That's racing. Every event has something that hits us somewhere, and but everyone's in good spirits. And you know, track's good. Lap times are good. We'll be back racing shortly. This weather, you know, it's probably going to give us a little bit of trouble over the next couple of days, but we'll make the most of it, whatever comes.
And in terms of what you got done, you've done a lot of work in the lead up to this event. What's on the radar? You mentioned something about the pit lane, but what sort of things are in the pipeline between now and October for the big show?
Yeah, well, look, the big show later in October. There's a mix of infrastructure and a heap of admin work and other stuff that people don't see behind the scenes going on. But probably the big ticket items, the pit lane behind us, that's going to be concreted, so it'll become a more solid structure, not the timber that it has been. That's something that's been on the cards for a couple of years, but we're sort of only in a position now to do that. And then just off here as well, become a new race control building. So we actually have an elevated race control building up at the same height as a driver's stand. So that'll give people that are doing roles like myself just a bit better view, a bit more direct interaction with the drivers, and help improve what is otherwise aging infrastructure with the old buildings and stuff like that. So good freshen up, more signage, good clean up, stuff like that. More live streaming capacity, video capacity, better facilities throughout, cleaner facilities that, just bring the place up to speed, so it's really at a sharp world-class standard.
Look forward to it. Well, yeah, thanks for all the work behind the scenes and everything you guys and the team are doing, and
great
look
job,
good to it.
guys. Thank you.
All right, we'll leave it there. That's been a pretty big rain delay, and lots of interesting information. Definitely had a few conversations that I didn't anticipate, but I really enjoyed that one, particularly with Alex Kousos. So stuff like that, that's what we really love doing, and you never know where you're going to go with a live pit walk. Hope you've enjoyed it, and keep an eye on the club's Facebook page. I believe there's a live feed on the New South Wales Radio Control Racing Car Club Facebook page, so just do a search for them. And the live timing, you can pick that up on MyRCM. I made a shortcut for that. If you go to pdnr.org.au/MyRCM/pre-worlds, that'll take you straight through to the page that has the links to live timing and race results. So check out the action of the next day and a half, and thanks for watching.